You're listening to a Gravestone production podcast.
Previously on the Epikast. Our heroes wonder about the strange callers on the Nuragwars.
So who's keeping both their Salatons and Nuragwars as pets?
Continuing on their journey, they happen upon the ruins of a town,
This must be one of those eco-resorts I've heard about.
where inside they find two kidnapped children
Come out of there. It's okay. You're okay.
and set off to escort them to the Oracle.
And we're gonna get you, okay?
Okay.
And if anyone comes at you, aim for the throat.
The epic continues. Now.
Welcome back to the Epikast, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Woo!
I've also just noticed every single time I do that, I throw my arms out to the
You
side.
do.
This
You
is
do.
an entirely non-editorial medium, but
Mhm.
you know, what can I say? I
I
talk
like
with my
it.
hands.
It
They
works
can
for me.
feel
I'm
your
vibing with it.
embrace.
Everyone can now picture it.
Now,
We also use a fully visual map, even though it's purely auditory.
It's
That's fine.
It's just for us.
but anyway, with me, as ever, is our wonderful friend Nicholas
Hello.
Meyer.
I'm here forever. I'm not allowed to leave. Please save me. I love being here.
Cut.
Is this a cry for help, Nick?
No, it's okay. We're all okay.
And Justice Milhan,
What's up? That's me.
Jessica Simons.
Hi.
Why are we so awkward this time? Sarah Heaton,
No, we're not.
Hey guys. No, hi. We're
and
fine.
I am your game master, Scott Graves. When last we left off with our intrepid adventurers, we
Word.
made it to the Oracle of Ylphine finally.
At long last.
And you were greeted at the beginning of the temple, or the entrance to the temple, by a priestess. I'll do a quick recap of what this temple looks like. It is a tall gray stone tower built into and around a large tree. Beyond the tower, you can see rolling fields of farmland with several small figures moving about it, scythes harvesting the tall grains. Attached at the base of the tower are several low columned buildings. They line a stone stairway up to a large arched entryway to the tower main. Above this archway, a statue of a hummingbird watches a guardian with emerald eyes. And as you approached, a tall lady with sharp and regal features approaches you as well, and she smiles warmly and says, "What may I do for you, children? What brings you to the tower today?"
Vesuvius, you're a diplomat, right? Good at it.
Yeah, sure. Hey, we're from, well, all over the place, different areas. I'm Vesuvius. This is Erebnos. This is Kaisea. This is I'm sorry. You always say your name.
Anthea.
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 Anthea. We are here on behalf of the village.
City.
City. It's a city.
It's a
of
city.
Theorema.
What is it?
Theorema?
City of Theorema.
Okay, I'm gonna
What a
take
On
it.
behalf of King
Diplomat.
Adrestus.
I'm gonna do it again. I just forgot the names.
Okay,
It's
you're all
been
good. It's okay.
a while.
It's okay.
All right. Or this is all staying in. I'm here on behalf of the city of Theorema, King Adrestus. There's a blight going on in the town, and we've been unable to, or at least the town's resources have been unable to address it. So we are here to, I'll see if we can request an audience with
With the Oracle?
yes, the Oracle, but with the Oracle, but also request Ylphine's aid.
Ah.
If I remember correctly, Ylphine was unreachable
It is
about the matter.
It is a pleasure to meet you all. My name is Crusa. And I believe I can get you an audience with the Oracle. I'm very sorry to hear about the news. We have not heard anything from Theorema, and I have not heard the Oracle speak of it in any way.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg to get there, apparently. I had no idea this is going to be this dangerous of a journey just walking across the country land, but yeah.
What's your name
Overland-
again?
Crusa, Creusa. I'm glad you all made it here in one piece. Overland travel is very difficult in Kinos. Admittance into the and as she addressed you, she did nod knowingly towards you, Kaisea, recognizing your holy symbol.
Mhm.
And she says, I can bring you into the tower to wait, but you will have to disarm.
Okay.
And you can see that there are guards in this golden armor that are stationed about.
I don't like when people say that.
Say what?
That I gotta disarm. That's like a little shady.
We are a temple of
It's a
peace,
temple
and
of peace.
there's
But I'm not gonna do
any
nothing.
safety you can be found with the guards.
We'll be fine here. It's all right.
If you can't defend yourself without your weapons, then you can't defend yourself at all. At least that's what I was taught. Just that's fine. We can. No worries.
That sounds pretentious, but I can buy it.
That's just reality, man.
I'm gonna take off my mace and my light crossbow and set them wherever.
Yeah,
I'll just
she
set
she
them all
has
around.
a there's a little place that you can put them off to the
Okay.
side in one of the little side buildings.
Mm-hmm.
Upon entering the tower, you can see where the tree and tower intersect at various points. It's hard to tell which came first between the two. The winding staircase around the walls climbs up, and as you climb, the air becomes humid and damp. Temperature rises, and you pass through floors of hanging gardens until you reach the top of the tower. Right before you reach the top of the tower, Crusoe turns around and says, "If you would wait here one moment, I will go check with the Oracle to see if they are ready." And then she leaves, comes back a few moments later, and says, "You may go see them now." And you walk up the last little flight to the top of the tower. The top of the tower is in open air and has a pair of arches across in a plus. Hanging from these ivy-covered arches are several plants, and a fountain in the middle of the tower stems out of what looks like the center of the tree and fills a small pool. The air is somehow misty underneath the arches, as if you're standing in a natural greenhouse, and it looks as if you were to walk outside of where these arches are, because the tower is wider here. The air would no longer be misty, as if there's some sort of barrier keeping the mist in. Crouching in front of the pond, a small satyr boy releases a frog into it. And without turning around, he speaks, and his voice has this air of authority that you've never seen in a child. And he says, "May the harvest smile upon you this season, travelers. Though I understand that is not the case." He stands up and turns to look at you, smiling gently with large brown eyes. And says, "The land told me of a group who traveled from Thirima. I assume that would be you."
Yeah, that's us.
"It is a pleasure to meet you. My name is Philotas."
Philotas, I'm Kaestea, and these are my, I guess, traveling companions. We've all been traveling from Thirima. King Adrestus asked us to come. The land isn't. There is no harvest. Just smile on us. There's people are going hungry, and when we ask Ylphine about anything, she won't speak on it. She'll speak on other matters, but she won't speak on this. And I don't know. We brought an offering, and if you have any wisdom, anything at this point.
Do you give him the offering when you...
Yeah, I'll pull it out of my backpack, the urn, and I'm assuming this is Satyr Boy, so I'm going to kneel down in front of him, like kind of on both knees.
Yeah, satyrs
Sit back.
as fully grown adults only hit about 4 feet.
Yeah.
So he's maybe 2 feet tall.
Yeah, so I'm going
Like,
to kneel
he's
down
very
and
small.
hand it to him.
Yeah, he takes it. This is half the size of him. And he holds it so that it's sitting on the ground, and then cocks his head to the side before proclaiming, "Ylphine will speak to you directly.
Oh?
Oh,
Hey.
If each of you would bring me a seed or leaf from each of the plants."
Of
Around
what?
Just
here?
around, yeah.
Everyone?
Are there 4
You too,
plants?
Vesuvius. It's a whole greenhouse. There's
got it,
plants
got it.
all over the place.
From each plant?
Just you each need to bring one seed.
A seed or a leaf?
Either or.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I pull out one of my oak leaves and ask,
Mhm.
will this do?
He takes it and says, "Yes, it will."
Right?
Can I have that oak leaf you gave me back?
I'll just go grab a seed.
Yeah, I'm a grab a seed.
I can get
Okay,
you.
you're able to grab
Thank you.
like little seeds from several of these plants. All of them are in flower and
Mhm.
everything. And he takes them each from you and puts them in a little small mortar, grinds them up, and then takes a few minutes to actually just brew a tea.
Mhm.
He doesn't say anything the whole time. He just kind of does his thing. You guys are standing there kind of awkwardly, probably. And then once the tea is made and poured, he takes it and just imbibes it in one go.
Mm.
For he breathes deeply and then opens his eyes to reveal not the calm brown that you had seen earlier, but these powerful golden eyes. Philetas straightens, and the voice that comes forth is that of a woman's. And she says, "There have never been better friends than those who would go forth on a quest in an ally's stead. You seek to restore the lands of Thirma, and I shall. But I require something as well. The community who works the fields below," and he gestures out in the direction of these vast fields that seem to extend in the direction of the farming communities that you would know. "The community who works the fields below is small and helpless. They are plagued by a band of Capitar bandits who hide amongst the ruins of Kyrie. Drive them off and remove the threat to the community, and I shall return the land of Thirma to its former glory.
Are
and
you
more."
serious? We could have just done it. But
I'm giving Nick death eyes right now for anyone who's interested.
why? we could have done it. It's like, nah, do we need to do it? Do we not need to do it? That's the one thing we needed to do the whole time. Out of all the people that we run across and kill, once we're like, actually, we're going to skip this encounter. That's the one we needed to
The
do.
only encounter we skipped was the one we had to do. Ah,
We've been
Oh
picking
my
fights with so many
gosh.
people,
That's
we're
lovely.
gonna be fine.
so we have to go back there now.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
Well, now we know the layout. That was the plan, anyways. We were coming here to go back there anyway.
We bumped into their camp on the way here.
Yeah, so now we just know where it is. So we just have more information. We would have just done it.
Arguing in front of a goddess.
I was thinking this
Look,
is more
they argue
me.
in front of us all the time.
That was more Nick. I wasn't thinking that was Vesuvius laughing. That was more just me laughing at the fact that we did every single encounter, even though they wanted to skip. We did them all, and then the one we're like, we'll come back to this one later. That's the one thing we needed to do this whole dang time.
Oof.
Or maybe if we skipped all of them, it's like, actually, I need you guys to go and talk with the Minotaur. I need you guys to go take care of the other Capricorn band. I need you guys to go do all these other
We get here to the goddess finally. She's like, okay, all those encounters you skipped, go back.
Yeah, it's like if you like you have a quest to complete, you had to go do it, and then by the end you're like, actually, all the real quest was all the side quest. The real
Or
journey,
was this my plan all along?
or maybe it was. Who
Maybe
knows?
it was.
The real journey was the friends you killed along the way.
None of us are dead yet. Relax, Vesuvius.
Yeah.
I can't believe you just nonchalantly bring up our Minotaur friend like that. Like, that was a hurtful time.
That was. I still think he was a ghost. I think we're gonna go back, and the tunnel's gonna be restored, and he's gonna be there again.
Oh, that would be... I would cry.
I think it's gonna happen. That's just me.
Oh, Lord.
So,
Well,
It's okay, child. You can speak.
yeah. I've not gotten up, by the way. I'm still on the ground.
Dead.
And I never got up. But well, why Theorema then? Why did everyone have to go hungry, and then you won't tell us what you wanted until we came all the way out here? What if we couldn't have come out here? I mean, like, wow, but
You're confused.
yes, the children are hungry. Old people are dying. There's been so much suffering just to get me to come out here, get us to come out here.
Our children are fed, yes? Your orphanage?
Yes, barely, but there are others that haven't been so lucky. There's no harvest left, no matter what we do. And I've tried talking to you.
I've heard,
Why didn't you answer
but
me?
I've only heard you. I answered in the way that I could. I have been distracted with things beyond your concern. I shall warn you as well that it was not I who cursed the lands of Thirma. Someone else holds the hatred for that place, and I know them not. Return here once you have driven off the Capitars, and I will do what I can.
Okay.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow, I guess.
She,
We're
says
so
casually.
professional. Yeah.
Kaisea, I only heard you from Theorema.
Only me?
Mhm.
Well, I'm not the only one that worships you there.
You're the only one I heard.
That's concerning.
Theorema puts more trust in Coracles than anyone else.
Well,
And then Philetas, like his hand comes out and like, because you're if you're sitting on the ground,
yeah,
you're,
I'm sitting on the
he's
ground.
like your height, and he like cups your face. Ylphine says, Kaisea, you have done well with your orphanage. Really. You won't go hungry.
Thank you. But I want to take care of everyone, not just them.
Understand. And your effort will be reflected on the all, Theorema.
Do my best then.
And the light leaves Philetas's eye and they return to Brown. And he goes, I hope everything she said makes sense.
So.
Yeah, I mean, about as much as it could.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I don't know what she said.
All right.
It's gonna.
It made about as much sense as I expected from a god, so.
Yeah.
No,
Whoa, what does that mean?
I think I understand a little bit about what we need to do. At least where we need to start.
That's good.
Where we
That's good.
were.
He looks up at you, Vesuvius, and he says, well, I believe what Erimnos means when he says about what he expected is that not all gods are as direct and straightforward as Zarek.
Oh, well.
He's kind of unique since he spends so much time in Nishval.
Fair. I'm holding my tongue a lot.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I can.
Notice I've spoken like 3 words since we got here.
No, because of what I want to say about my dad, but I'm not going to.
Anyways,
How's Anthea in all of this?
no, this was her god. I'm not gonna.
Mhm.
I have nothing to say. Nothing really to put
Right.
here. I had more to say about what we were doing with the village. Now
Yeah.
that we have to go back right now.
Philetas says, what did she say?
She wants us to go kill a bandit camp of raiders that have been bothering the surrounding villages.
One thing we didn't do this whole time.
That makes so
We
much
still
sense.
have
That's
the
such a
girls.
huge boon for this community, though,
Yeah,
to get rid of them. Our guards have not been able to track their location down.
Interesting.
But
That's
Well,
curious considering we stumbled upon them.
Yeah,
What-
we
so
found,
We found their
camp.
camp.
they called it. He called it the ruins of. What did?
What?
What did they say?
Damn, we would remember that.
The ruins
Kyrie.
of Kyrie.
Ruins of
What are-
Kyrie.
What are the ruins of Kyrie?
That's where we just were.
No, but what are they?
oh, it was Kyrie was an old village that just due to better farmland being out east, it was in the middle of the forest. The crops, they were having a hard time clearing the forest to make more farmland, and so they just kind of ended up leaving it maybe 200-300 years ago, and the forest has since taken over.
Well, the bandits
Is-
have taken over there now.
Is there
There's-
anything about that place that would make it hard to detect people there? Any vestigial magic?
No, we just never thought to go. Check
There are more of them
the
than we're
ruins.
comfortable taking head on. Is there any boons we might be able to gain here to help us out with that?
Oh, Scott, that's reminds me. Did we get piety from rescuing those girls?
Yeah, I
from
keep
the
meaning to
Capitars?
ask that.
yes. You guys are gonna have to remind me about
'Cause
piety
Scott
because
has
piety.
it's
I was
not
gonna
on the
ask.
necessarily forefront of my
We
mind.
got piety for
I can
that.
talk to animals now.
Do
Yeah.
I get 1 or 2 from that? Because I know children are a thing for Ylphine.
You're gonna get 2. Yes.
Okay. Heyo! I just hit
So
10.
I'm at 21 because we get 2.
You are at 21.
I can now cast Create Food and Water once per long rest.
Yay!
Woo!
Finally.
Ylphine likes to feed people.
Yep.
What sort of boons are you looking
Just
for?
anything that could help a group of 4 adequately fight a group of more than 10.
Yeah.
Sure, we can hold our own, but
Do you guys
if
have
you guys had
any
anything planned,
Guards you can spare? Any militia?
I don't want to put their untrained militia in danger.
I'm not talking about Yeah, fair enough. But this temple has
I
guards.
don't-
It's got-
Believe we have enough guards to without
Yeah.
interrupting the order and safety of our temple.
Fair enough.
Any
They come this
magical
way,
equipment we could
wouldn't want
use
you
or
guys to-
borrow? Help clear these people out.
I'm afraid we don't have magical items
Cool.
to spare.
Do you, perchance,
Yes.
have anything that can help us put out fires?
Fires?
Yes.
I
Vesuvius.
see where you're
What
going
are you
with
thinking?
this.
You know exactly what I'm thinking.
I really wish I didn't. Like, exactly what you're thinking.
I-
Um,
Can't let you do that, no matter what he gives you.
But that's what I'm asking.
I mean, other than I could give you a bucket of water.
Okay, I'm
yeah.
just wondering if there's anything
Uh,
special you guys had, any
I'm
particular tool.
sure I could potentially have one of our priests possibly manage to create a scroll of something to cast water about.
That'd be very helpful.
Well, if you guys aren't going to allow me to try to set fire to some of these
Absolutely not.
Cretans, then I don't see the point. Anyway, any spell scrolls could be helpful. You guys, I mean, anything at all, really. Maybe if it's just a good night's sleep.
You absolutely can have a night here. I know it is late in the day.
Mhm.
We were gonna ambush them. Tonight's the night, though.
And we do have.
You would know that if you guys took your long rest now, you'd be able to get up before sunrise.
Okay.
Oh, we do, of course, have one more favor to ask. Can
Mhm.
you watch and perhaps return the two girls that we
Rescued.
escorted here back to their
They are
village?
already on their way back.
Oh, excellent.
Um,
right.
yeah, and you guys would have known that I forgot to mention it, but Crusoe would have like during the introduction would have seen them, recognized them, and moved them to with one of the other priests who would have taken them back to their village.
I never got to teach them how to use a sword.
Aww.
We
So
can,
sorry,
we can do that later.
I forgot to mention that.
Your
Um,
one quest is to teach these little girls how to use a sword.
Honestly, I'd prefer that.
Also, I will point this out that this is a little bit metagamey, but to go into this combat, the four of you is a more heroic act than like getting a bunch of backup and going
Right.
in there, and so that would be more likely to gain the attention of an Ylphine. Whereas like if it's you guys and the entirety of the temple guard, then it's like that's going to be less of a hurrah thing. And it's like this is very much a trial
Asking
to
for
gain the favor of this god.
asking for boons was
Right.
less of people and more of like equipment or something.
Mm-hmm.
Any cool thing. But I get that. So why do you guys not want to go tonight when that was like our plan to sneak up on them while they're sleeping versus
it's-
when they're waking up in the
Scott
morning?
was saying if we long rest now, we can get there probably before they wake up.
I need to rest before I go do anything.
Yes,
It's
of
like
course.
I
And
have
you-
a lot of my spells, but I've got enough out of my lower level that I worry about being able to heal you
Yeah.
guys and also deal damage.
We long rest and head out before sunrise, like
Mhm.
significantly before sunrise, so we get time to
Mhm.
get there before they wake up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
All right. Are there like rooms for us in the temple?
Yeah, so they what was his name? Crusoe?
Crusoe?
Crusoe will escort you down the stairs. She can show you to some rooms that have been prepared for you while you were in with the Oracle. The Oracle seems to have this knowledge of almost exactly what you're going to do. So they were expecting you. You get the sense that they were expecting you more than just because Crusoe told him.
Mm-hmm.
So you have rooms prepared for you each individually.
I have one more question. I
Mhm.
just popped into my head. I pull out the collar from
Oh, yeah.
the beast.
Good call.
Have you
To
seen?
Crusoe?
So yeah, the Crusoe,
Yeah.
the Oracle, whoever.
Mhm.
We've been set upon by a menagerie of creatures at this point. Do you have any idea who these might belong to? Have you seen domesticated monstrosities around here anywhere? Any idea where these might be coming from?
She takes the collar in her hand, and it's very large, and she looks at it and goes, I have... There was rumor that once reached me that there is a creature on the western side near Therma who kept magical beasts.
A creature who keeps other creatures.
Yeah,
And you said this was near Therima.
yeah.
So they had come from the other direction then?
Yes.
You said that Therma has got a blight upon the land,
Yes, very much so.
and you've been attacked by these creatures. Is there anything that might hold a grudge against Therma?
I look at Kaseya.
I wouldn't.
I mean, I've lived there my whole life. I wouldn't. That I know of, maybe there's been a war. I'm sure there are plenty of people who have
King have like done
grudges
something.
against the
Yeah.
king.
You guys can all roll history for me.
I wouldn't know. I'm not gonna do that.
Oh, you should
I
roll it.
realistically wouldn't know either because I'm a
You
social
all can roll
recluse, but
You know,
A 10. That's my
13.
-2.
got an 8.
16.
Anthea. That kind of helps you all remember at the same time. That's 16, Anthea.
Mhm.
Just through conversation, you guys kind of put 2 and 2 together. That there is. I'm trying to think of a way to give you a hint without exactly just telling you it.
Philippines.
I want this to be a mystery for you and a puzzle.
So what'd the king do?
Oh.
So you would remember there was a, for lack of a better word, curse has been around for a little over a year. And I don't know if any of you remember the king's story.
Well, when I was there, I wasn't there.
Right.
I mean, I think I remember, and I'm trying to decide how much
Can they? I wasn't there for
remember.
that. How could I ask them to remember information of whatever
Well-
the king said? Could I have them re-say it? But really, it's you retelling us.
I don't remember the story. I don't remember the story at all.
I do. It was a Cyclops, I think. He defeated a Cyclops
Oh,
that
he
wanted
did
a
defeat
tribute
a
every
That's
year.
right.
Cyclops, didn't he?
I thought I remembered Cyclops.
I was gonna make a joke about. Oh,
And the
okay.
Salatons and the
Ah.
Nuraguar all have the same initial,
Yeah.
Which was?
which is an
M.
M.
Did we know the guy's name? It might have been. Okay.
No, I have it written down. Hold on, I have this in my notes.
Oh yeah. Note boy coming in handy.
The Cyclops Modor.
Ah.
Wounded Adrestus. Oh, and then was driven off.
Mm.
Ah. It's all coming together.
Well,
I
Came-
get to be the note taker now,
Came
Scott.
all this way to learn
To
the
learn
source was right there the whole time.
So now that we have to hike back to Therima.
well, it's like something's hunting us.
Yes, we don't know if he is the source of the blight, but we do know where the monsters are coming from.
Right, okay, so
That's
we need
true.
to kill this bandit camp, go back and probably off Modor, and then figure out why this curse is here.
What's his name?
Modor.
Modor.
Am I pronouncing that right?
Modor.
Modor. M-O-D-O-R.
Like
Modor.
Mordor.
Like, we
Like
can't
Mordor,
just
but with the
walk
Cyclops.
there.
Mordor.
We
Do you
No,
have a
have-
teleportation circle in this temple?
You know, one doesn't just
kidding.
walk across
We have to go over the
kingdoms.
pass this time.
One does
To
not simply
Mordor.
walk to
To
Mordor's
Mordor.
house.
We're gonna have to
to
go.
Mordor's house, yeah.
Provided you could find Modor's house.
We're gonna have to go over the pass this time because the tunnel collapsed.
Oh, we could bring a shovel.
No.
Or did it? Dun dun.
Mending. A tunnel's no longer caved in.
Me. I
That's
got.
not
I'm
how
gonna-
that works.
I'm gonna do my joke one more time. Ready? Or did it? Let's out. All right. Well, now we know where these creatures.
I guess we know where we're
cretins
going.
are coming
So,
from.
bandit camp tonight. Figure out what we're doing tomorrow.
Yep.
Cool.
I mean, we're gonna do everything we gotta do here, but we head all the way back to Therima.
There's no more information we can get about this thing. Like that's all he knows. They know.
I mean, we probably can get more information about it from King Adrestus.
Were we still talking to the Oracle, or did
Is he
he?
gonna actually?
You
tell
had that
us?
conversation with Crusoe.
Great.
If we tell him that it might be the cause of all this, and yeah, I assume he would.
He
Do you know
better.
anything about Modor the Cyclops at all?
I have not heard that name, but I mean, if he holds any grudge against Therma, it could be that he is that creature who keeps
Gotcha.
magical items. You said he's a Cyclops?
Yes,
He was before he was freaking blinded. Now he's a no.
that's true.
Cyclops.
I forgot that part of the
I
story.
also-
You
she
remember
was
that
a
he
s-
blinded him with the light of the shield? temporarily.
Um,
It's not like and then he cut off the ear.
This isn't exactly.
That's not a
the
full-blown Odyssey. We're not sheer ripoffs.
Just like I'm not a ripoff of Zacharias. I'm not. It's not.
yeah, okay, but
It's like if you guys decide to fight Modor, I'm not going to throw a creature with a blind condition against you.
yeah.
Oh, you can put blindness on him.
Give it blind sight.
You could blind him.
That's true. Crusoe will tell you that like Cyclopses are very large creatures.
Mhm.
It would make sense that if this Modor is a Cyclops, that they are the one who is keeping magical beasts because they are
Big enough to control.
big enough to.
Yes.
Mhm.
Right. What creature was this collar on?
A Nargacuga.
Monster Hunter.
It was on a Nuraguar.
Nuraguar. Yeah, that's. A Nuraguar would probably be
And
about
we
the
find
size
others
of
on our Salatons.
yeah, those are definitely small enough that they would be easily kept as pets and moved about.
But why?
Because he nasty man.
Okay, I'll take it.
The monstrosity menagerie.
Monstrosity. Season 1,
You might
Monstrosity
say
Menagerie.
it's a monstrosity.
Wait, are we going
He's
to
making
Monster
a
City?
Monstro City. Modor's Monstro City.
Oh my
God.
Makes sense
It's gonna be
now.
the biggest tourist attraction in Theorema.
But
Dude,
then we'll kill
That
him.
would be hype. Yeah, we're
Before
definitely.
we end his life.
Before we end his life.
No,
We're gonna get all his old notes
take
about how to
his
take care of all.
business.
Yes.
Well, you've
A
already
tourist
killed
attraction.
several of his attractions.
Yeah,
That's
but
okay, we'll get more.
This time we'll put him in cages.
Yes.
we can make him one of the attractions.
Oh,
Blind. Yeah. Blind Cyclops.
Anyway,
I want Monstro City, dude.
Monstro City. Modor's Monstro City. Can we make that a t-shirt? I want a t-shirt.
I want to make the t-shirt.
I want Monstrosity Monstro City. I think that would be good.
Oh my goodness.
That's
Sticker
so-
for sure.
That's so good. Scully Bacon.
Modor's Monstro City is definitely a
Hey,
t-shirt.
we just
it's
made
happening.
your world better for you. You're welcome.
It's like it's a big top circus tent with a single eye on
This is
top
now a
for the
business meeting.
Cyclops.
Oh, that's good.
Write that
And
down,
on
write that
it's like
down.
Modor's Monstro City.
Write that down.
It's okay,
You
we've
won't-
got it on record.
You won't believe your eye.
Yes.
Oh, that was. Give me some.
Yes.
I missed.
Oh, we got everything.
Ah.
in it.
Sarah's all the way over there.
I'm away from them, so I had to.
Cries.
Claps into
Sarah
the
got
mic.
so fed up with our stinkiness, she
Oh my
had to
goodness.
physically move away from us.
Yeah, it's pretty stanky.
All right. So you guys
Anyway.
long rest after talking about Motor City.
Can I do
I
one?
imagine us
Monster
all actually we request the same room and we all just like sleep on the floor together like
But
as
there
if we're,
was
like,
only one bed.
There's only one.
Guess,
bed.
but there were no beds at all.
You can room however you want.
Okay,
Uh,
back on task, fam.
Yes, but you were able to long rest, get those
Yeah.
hit points back, get those spells back.
Can I do one thing before we sleep? Is
Mhm.
there like a temple area where I can go pray or something? Or an
Yeah.
entire temple?
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna find an area and just kind of sit there for a second and like look at my holy symbol, kind of rub it nervously, and then look at it again, and then rub it and be like, "I'm sorry I yelled. Didn't mean to yell. And I'm sorry I thought you cursed the land. I mean, like that's just I don't know. It seemed like the good like the thing at the time. But thanks for helping and help me to keep everybody alive tomorrow. I kind of like these people. It's nice to have friends and not talk about art jokes all the time. I love the kids, but you know, it's nice to have adult friends sometimes.
We also do fart jokes too, so I don't know what
I
you're
was
talking
gonna say you hung around Vesuvius for a bit, right?
Shut up.
And yeah, I'm just gonna sit there a little longer and think. But I just, you know, I'll talk to you later. It's really cool getting to see you. You were a lot shorter than I thought, but I guess that was just maybe it's the Oracle.
Wait, did you think that the Oracle is Ylphine?
I mean, like, gods can come in all shapes and sizes.
That's
so
Nick. You don't have to respond to that in character. I'm not sitting there like judging your prayer.
Yeah, we're just
We're heavily judging
We're just
your
watching
Nick
her
is sitting
pray.
there judging your prayer. Vesuvius is doing his own
Yeah.
thing.
Vesuvius is passed out right now.
Vesuvius is
Yeah.
sleeping like a starfish, face down.
What?
is he breathing?
Do you sleep on a torture machine?
No, I just like speak spread eagle, like,
That's
like a starfish.
why?
That's how I
On your face?
but like
Yeah.
face down.
like face down, just like spread out.
He's a weird guy. What can you say?
That's how I do it.
Anyway,
Can I
good
say
night.
there's a lot of little tiny ponds and stuff around
Yeah.
in this area of the temple. And each of these little places of worship seems to be its own little greenhouse.
Mhm.
And there's a nice gentle breeze that comes by, and then some water droplets seem to fall in the pond, and it creates a very peaceful little rhythm for about 30 seconds or so. And you kind of get just the sense of like an air of peace and tranquility about in response to your prayer
Perfect. I'm going to fall asleep by the pond.
in the temple.
In the temple, on the ground.
About 2 hours later or so, Curso is nudging you awake. And she's like, do you want to use the bed?
Every single one of my snakes, when nudged away, it just goes,
She's like, jeez,
oh, sorry.
We
They,
have a
they
room
don't
for
like
you.
being woken up. Right.
let's get you to your room.
Sorry. I'm good. I can find
It's
my
okay.
way.
It's okay. Just
Good night.
and you rest up and wake up well before dawn and trek back
Shrek.
into
And Shrek on back.
Hit us with it one more time, Scotty.
you wake up well before dawn and trek on back into the forest of Sabarnis on your way to the ruins of Kyrie. As you get there, I'm going to go ahead and unhide. I'm going to go ahead and place you guys on the map.
The map.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
You know,
As
As you
you
ironically,
guys,
guys-
I'm assuming you guys are sneaking up, so I'm going to place you guys over here in the top right in the forest, kind of just north of what Building B was. Just north of the.
I thought we
came from there,
down,
so
from south.
because we left.
yeah,
Didn't we come down from
Uh,
closer to the south? edge?
Sorry, the road doesn't continue. It's like a little pocket off the road.
Oh,
Right.
gotcha.
The my map is a little misleading because I didn't make the map. Because I didn't want to. I could have made the map, but I didn't want to draw a whole forest.
Scott, you didn't make this very intricate and
The
beautiful
first
map
one you
by
drew, right?
yourself.
I have drawn some of these maps because I couldn't find one that worked
Wonder
well.
which ones he drew by hand.
That one is the one with all the scribbles on it. No, they're great. The bridge
Thank you,
one was.
Scott. We
I'm rather
appreciate
proud
you
of these
drawing your
ones. I
maps.
put more effort into
No,
these
the
maps
bridge
than
was
I
actually
put
the bridge
in-
map, guys. The bridge
Yeah,
map
I tease you, but they were
was
actually
good.
pretty good.
Was pretty good.
I even thought that random glitch was like your flavor of mist over the river.
Yeah, it's true. No, that wasn't me at all.
No, that's, is it still
What
doing
am I
that for you?
missing? Where's
No,
Aranos?
it's not anymore. I'd reload it.
Aranos is right by building F.
Right, but there you are.
So why don't you use your new
Man.
ability to see if an animal can do a little stealth mission for us and go sneak in and see what's going on?
Now that's an idea.
Yeah.
No need.
Let him use his cool
Well, if
ability.
you want to,
It's
if you
fine.
want to.
It's fine.
It
save
that's
it.
not how Animal Messenger works.
He's not animal messenger. Is he
I am
animal,
animal
messenger?
messenger and I speak with
Yeah.
animals.
And speak with animals. That's
Yeah.
right.
It's either or once per long rest.
I could
Yeah, you
use
speak with animals.
create food and water to make us like 3 dozen, like, I don't know,
Pancakes.
scones. And then we can breadcrumb a guard into the woods with the scones. And
Rinse and
just
repeat.
beat him.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
When you aggro one enemy in like Dark Souls or Elden Ring, and you just draw them out one by one,
One by one.
instead of
Yeah.
having to face a whole crew. That's really smart.
Yeah.
Something
wouldn't
tells
resist a
me that's not gonna work.
I think it's
So
brilliant.
as you
Guys. Okay, go ahead.
no, go ahead, Casey.
Yeah,
I
please.
can cast silence.
Now that's an idea.
What's that new?
That means it shuts down all noise in a
What-
certain radius.
What spells have you prepped? this.
For this,
Yeah.
I
And by that, I don't you just have to tell me. I'm just like, is that a part of your prep spells?
yeah no, that's actually
Okay.
part of my prep spells.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I kept my combat spells prepared.
Okay. So if you guys check out your map now,
I'm
you are in the top right, the northeast corner of this map, north of the building that is used or that smelled like shit
Mm-hmm.
Guys, don't go into that one. It smelled like shit.
Thank you.
And you can see there are two guards, or two of these Capitars, kind of standing watch next to a fire, next to the northwesternmost building, which was the old mill that you guys first looked at.
Okay.
There are on top of the place that you know to be the bunker is one Capitar who is standing on the roof and he has a bow. And then you have another Capitar off next to the stables.
And then these people were just chilling here all night.
You don't know how long they've been here, but they have been here since you...
I mean, like they have guards. Like
But there's
we didn't,
four that we
we
can
didn't
see.
alert them, right?
Correct. You have not alerted these. They don't know you're here. Or
They're
at least
just-
they don't appear to,
They just exist outside.
but they are standing watch.
Okay, so strategy time.
We get to strategize, and then we get to move forward.
We need to get rid
So-
of the guy with the bow.
I
So
can take him out.
I think the best shot. I think what we should do is you said you can cast silence.
And its range is 120 feet.
So and that's I believe a ritual. Yes.
I can use a ritual,
Believe it
yes,
or
but I
not-
don't know how the ritual would work with the range on it.
So a ritual. This is not character. A ritual means you can just cast. You don't have to spend a spell slot
Yeah,
to use
just
it.
takes.
You just got so
Takes 10 minutes per spell level, though.
It's a level 2, so it would take me 12 minutes.
20 minutes.
20
Oh,
minutes.
sorry, per spell level. Sorry. 20
Believe it or
minutes.
not, the Capitar with the bow is currently in range for Aramnos.
So if you cast silence on that whole what's it called? The building where all the bunks are.
Mhm.
You call it the bunker. That makes sense.
Yeah.
We'll call it the bunker.
It's not actually a bunker; it's just a house.
I know, but it's where the bunks are.
I was clarifying.
Scott, so on the map it says Capitar 3 and then in parentheses bow, and I'm like, Capitar 3, Breath of the Wild? This is a bokoblin. That's what it went in my mind.
Dummy.
I don't know. But if you could basically just like while we're waiting here strategizing, you can just take the time to
Mhm.
just do a ritual so you can cast silence on that entire area. And then if you shoot him off, or just like, we can just go up there and we can take him out, and if he falls down, it's not gonna
Make any noise.
make any
Right.
noise.
And from where I am on the map, he's in range. He's
Yeah.
What's
120 feet away
the-
from me, exactly.
What's the radius on silence?
It's 20-foot radius.
You could get almost all of Building F.
Yeah.
So
If I cast it right here, I could do a 20-foot radius.
So right, like basically directly across the village, the tiny little village. It's like what, maybe 60 feet across.
Mhm.
From us to the farthest
70.
dude is 130 feet.
So he's got it a little bit closer, which should be fine. So if there's one guy standing by the building where we've said that it smelled like or looked like large animals were staying, right?
Yeah.
Dogs.
So right across from there is with the kennels, basically.
No, he's standing...
Right
this
by it.
fourth guy is standing next to where the kennels, the
Oh.
stables are.
If
Can
If you remember, that center building was where
Mhm.
it looked to be the way it was set up with the food. It probably is their dining area,
Right.
Mhm.
and also their treasury.
Mhm.
Yeah. If we also cast it on the bunkhouse, then even if we start an all-out fight with the other guards, they won't hear us.
How long is the
Well,
duration of
Most
that's-
likely.
silence?
I don't know about that because I don't know how long the range is, and also they can probably see us. It's only 70 feet away.
No, she means if we cover the bunkhouse
Right.
with silence,
Yes.
shoot the guard on top, kill the other 3 Capitars, everyone in the
Yes.
bunkhouse will remain unnotified.
But
When Jess is doing her like whatever thing,
Ritual casting.
her ritual, am I able to put armor on myself?
yeah,
Yeah.
mage armor up.
Do it.
Yes, please do it right
Lasts for an hour.
What were you going to ask me?
now. So, if we silence that bunker, right across from it, within eyesight, is where we think maybe these large wolves are. What'd you call them?
Wargs?
No, it's not
Urgan.
warg. Urgans.
Urgans?
Right.
Sorry, the token Scott put down said warg, and I got confused.
That's because I realized I had forgotten to make a token for the Urgan,
Oh,
and so I just grabbed the closest thing I could think of that would
Got it.
be an
It's a
Urgan,
warg,
which
yeah.
would be a warg. So
Urgans.
All right. Yes. So even if it's silenced, they can smell. And there is a Capitar right across, standing right outside there. Can
Right.
you You can talk to animals, right? Is that the thing you're talking about?
Yes, I don't think they'll be cooperative. They are domesticated. Like they know who their masters are.
No. I mean, I want you to go see how many are in there, and if they're sleeping, if they're there, if they're
There's
somewhere
4.
else. But we don't know if they're
There's-
in there,
Well, there's 4 of them. We know that.
but we don't know how many are here.
I mean, I can check. I would assume all 4.
What I'm saying is, sneaking up and trying to stealth on that guy is going to be more difficult the more wolves are in that building. So if we
Right.
can
Does anybody know how
send-
to cast sleep? You could put the Urgans to sleep.
Or maybe they're already asleep.
I would say also too with your old knowledge roll on the Urgan, you would know that they're diurnal animals.
They would sleep at night.
I'm just saying, it may be helpful if you could send a little animal scout in
That's
there.
not how that spell works. I can have it send a message to a specific person, or I can pick one to talk to. But picking the one to talk to does not guarantee it will listen to me.
Well, that's annoying. Not annoying, but that's
So like, I can
Alright.
talk to one and be like, "Have you seen how many are in there?" But odds are, like a squirrel or something isn't going to be wandering, or an owl isn't going to be wandering off into the shoot. I lost their name again.
The ceiling of the stables have been partially collapsed. You would
Oh.
remember.
right. I'm saying you can just
How hard
sneak
would it be
in
to find
there.
an owl?
Not too hard. You can find one.
I would like to cast Speak with Animals
Okay.
and speak to this owl.
There's no rolls with that, right?
No, it. Let me
If
double
there
check
had
for
to
you.
be a roll for speak with animals, good lord, that's a bad spell. I'm pretty sure you can
So
just.
I don't.
speak
I
with-
don't think it's anything. It's just. I think it's like pick up a creature.
Double
within-
checking so I know the details.
Yeah.
It's also a ritual, so you can do it as you can take 10 minutes to do
I
it. so you
don't have it in my spell list. I
Uh,
have it for my boons.
That's right. Yeah, you just can do it.
For the
I mean-
next 10 minutes, non-concentration, I can speak to any animals or beasts.
Yeah, you
Okay.
might be able to persuade a beast to perform a small favor for you at the DM's discretion.
I cast that on myself. There's an owl nearby.
Mhm.
Hello, little friend. You have a second
His
I can
head
talk
just
to you?
swivels and looks at you, and like
That's
kind
fascinating.
of moves as if like, because you know how owls do that thing where
Yeah.
they move their head to
Yeah.
play sound. He does that towards you.
Oh, it's a little strange. You can understand me right now. You got a second? Can I talk to you?
It kind of bobs its head up and down.
So this camp of people here. Have you seen dogs with them at all? Large dogs?
It stops for a second, and then bobs its head up and down again.
Do you know how many of them? You can talk to me.
It kind of just wiggles its head in a circle, which you would think is the closest thing it can do to like shaking its head no. Like it doesn't quite understand fully like your human way of conversation.
It does, though. That's what the spell does.
No, but it means like it's speak with animals. It doesn't mean you can understand it. Like so he can just hoot at you.
I
Right?
gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts of the duration. So I can verbally communicate with them. Like, it means I can understand them, right?
You can comprehend, yeah.
Right. So okay. So that's sort of like circling of its head.
It is two-way communication, basically.
Yeah.
Right. I know. Allow me to flavor the spell.
Sorry.
This way. That's he like moves his head, and so you know that like that is owl for like no, it doesn't know how many.
Is there a chance you could fly over the top and tell me?
It's gonna bob its head up and down.
If you can
again.
also tell me if they're asleep or not, that would be wonderful.
It's like already opens its wings and it bobs its head up and down again, and then it takes off and circles around. You can track it through the branches as much as possible.
Great.
Before it lands back down, and it scratches at the ground 4 lines.
Okay.
With its beak. It kind of lands in front of you and scratches, draws 4 lines on the ground with its beak, and then kind of hops up and down and hoots at you a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And you would know that it's telling you they're asleep.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, little friend. I wouldn't recommend staying around here if a fight breaks out in case a Lucero catches you, so you should find somewhere else to hunt tonight.
It gives a little hoot that you understand to be like a thank you hoot, and flaps away.
Wonderful.
Okay, good information.
I love that. I love that
Yeah,
little owl. He's
that's
my friend now.
So I'll say this like DM wise, like I like the idea of the way that this world works with speak with animals. It's like the animals can understand you and you can understand what it means, but it doesn't give the owl or like the creatures the ability to speak English to you.
Gotcha.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah.
So, like the dog will still bark, and you'll hear barking, but you'll understand in your head what it means when it's barking.
Cool.
So-
Cool. Unless, of course, the animal
like
has
that.
the capacity for speech, like a raven or something.
Right. Yeah. And a raven might actually croak back the right words to
Right.
you and something like that. So
Cool.
That's cool.
Cool. So there's 4 of them, and they are asleep.
All right.
Did I ever make a check for these animals? Do I know if they have a strong sense of smell to wake them up if they smell blood?
you would know that they have a keen sense of smell, but they're not like sharks in that they can smell blood and they're instantly awake.
Gotcha.
They are, for in any sort of ergon that has been domesticated, is much more closer to just a very dangerous large dog.
Gotcha. In that case, I think it would be smartest of us. These 2 guards, the 2 guards that are northernmost, closest to the building, the 2 guards are closest to us. Are they looking directly down the path, not looking behind them much?
Yeah, they're focused more on this path towards the road.
Okay.
And they're not necessarily looking behind them at all. They're kind of trusting that area to the other 2 Capitars.
In that case, if there's a chance we can take out those back 2 Capitars quietly, we can pull this plan off.
That is, of course, I think the biggest one is the concern is the one next to the kennels, because if we
Right.
start to cause a commotion, we're not silenced that area.
No, which is why I think we should
And-
take. We're gonna have to do it at the same time, or else one will alert the other.
I will also point out, with this kind of this is the darkest time of the day, right? It's that
Mhm.
that pre-dawn area. So the Capitars, the Paracapitars at the front have a little fire pit that is providing them light.
Right. I was going to ask
And
that.
each of the other 2 Capitars has a single torch and a post next to them. But you can assume that Capitars don't have the ability to see in the dark.
Okay, so if we silence that bunk, kill that one on the roof, his buddies might not notice
Hmm.
because the torch he said is posted next to them. They're not carrying it. It wouldn't just topple to the ground if we shot the archer.
I think if we're going to take him out, we need to try to take both those guys out at the same time.
I agree.
So when you shoot
You're
him
our
and-
strongest melee fighter.
Right.
I'm our strongest ranged fighter. The girls are both very, very versatile. Which one of you is more comfortable at range?
I mean, I have a knife of throwing whatever because I can change it into poison
Right.
or
And you
lightning
have
or
guiding bolt.
I do. I'm also ritually casting silence right now.
Right. But guiding bolt's not concentration, so it wouldn't break your silence.
No.
So what I'm saying, if we put 2 people on each of these 2 Capitars, there's a chance we can knock them out in 1 round.
We have to be careful where we're doing that from. We have to get behind these 2 who are facing the road.
Right. We have to sneak through the forest, probably 2 behind the one by the kennels.
I'm also going to remind that Kaisea and Vesuvius are in heavy armor
Right. So
and
I'd
have
have to-
disadvantage on stealth checks.
So what I think I'd have to, if I'm going to take that guy out, I was probably have to doff my armor, sneak up behind him, and I'd probably just try to strangle him and draw him back into the forest,
would it
covering his mouth.
be better for me to put the what do I have? Mage armor on you instead? Because I have my stealth is already fine, and I mean my
You can cast mage armor multiple times. It's not concentration.
Interesting. I mean, I assume that I would take this guy out, and then we would, after we've taken those 2 out, and then I would don my armor again and jump back into it. So I would not waste your magic on that.
Unless we want to focus on, like, all 4 of us take out the one on the ground and then go for the one on the roof separately.
Or
I just
don't we need to
how
get
about
rid of
this?
him first?
I'll be honest, guys. I'm not the stealthiest person. Erimnos, honestly, you are probably the stealthiest one here.
I can get behind that.
If you can get behind that other guy, pull him back, stab him in the neck, pull him back. Do you think you have the capacity to cover his mouth, strangle him, pull him behind you?
I'm sure I can pull something off.
Then it'd be better for me if the bunker is silenced to climb up on the roof and take care of that guy. I wouldn't have to even doff my armor. If
You're
it's
gonna try and get
silenced.
up behind him without him seeing you at all?
It's silenced, so if
It's
he's
also worth noting the longer that silence is down, the higher chance of him on the roof realizing there's no sound.
then I would do it right as there's no sound.
The way to remind you on how silence works, it's not that you can't. There's no sound whatsoever in that area. It's that area. Anything producing sound, it doesn't make any sound.
Right.
So if you
sound-
cast it outside, right, unless the spell says
sound can't
directly
enter
otherwise,
into it
sound can't enter into it.
or leave it.
Okay.
Yeah,
never
I
mind.
was reading the spell's
No sound can
details.
be created within or pass through.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it
Yeah.
can't pass into the
Creatures
zone.
are
Anyone
deafened
inside
while
it is
entirely
I
completely
think I
deafened.
have a different editions.
Well, if it
Yeah.
was
D&D in my
wait, if
head.
it was created in that area, any sounds already going in that area should just still be existing, though,
I
right?
just think that
No.
we should tell
Saying-
kill the archer first because he's on a roof.
Yes, so
And
what I'm
he
saying
can
is,
hurt
as
you.
soon as you finish casting your silence, I will be over there. I'll sneak over there, wait for you. Wait till the sound goes out. I'll
Mhm.
climb up, take him out. At the same time I'm doing that, everyone else will sneak up behind the other guy.
What I'm suggesting is if it's dark,
Mm-hmm.
we can just put silence down. Everyone who's got range can nail the guy on the roof and drop him, and then we take care of the guy on the ground.
I think the
That's-
problem with that is they has light by him. The guy on the ground is facing him. He'd be able to see that and
That's
wake
fair.
people up.
That's fair.
So
if
we need to
take
do it
that
at the
one-
same time. At the same time, silence drops down. I climb up, take that guy out, and at the same time, if you see me up here, you're behind
Okay.
him. You take him
I'll
out.
try and sneak up behind this guy.
Yeah. And then we can take
I
care of the other
I
two.
will
'cause
use
they're-
you coming over the roof. Like as soon as I can see you up
Exactly,
there, I
because
will
as
take that
soon
as my
you can see me
signal
up there,
to.
the other guy can see up there. So
Yeah.
you're
And
gonna
if-
have to act quickly.
If you kill the dog guard, then also he can't let the dogs out.
Right.
Don't. Is that? It's not like a fenced or a blocked
No,
area.
and you know from your inspection of it earlier that door is
No,
it's broken.
there's
It doesn't
no-
close properly.
Yes,
So
so
they're
we
more
need
just
to-
using it as like a dog house without a
Right.
door. You know.
we need to make sure we're not making any noise around there, especially, which is why I don't think I'm the best suited for that.
Right. I think I'll be okay.
What is your stealth, Justice?
My stealth is
Please say it's good. It's at least 5.
it's 5.
Okay,
Ah, you don't
And I believe you have
proficiency.
advantage because you're in the forest.
I was gonna say
I do have advantage because I'm in the forest.
I only
It's
have
favorite
plus 2
terrain.
for my stealth.
Plus 5 with advantage is very good. Okay, yeah. And then as far as the other Capitars, we're just hoping they don't turn around because it's silenced.
Well, even if they do, they're too far away from anybody else to get to them in time.
I mean, depends. There's probably another maybe 9 to 10 people in there.
Yeah, but,
Yeah, but
they're
even
in
if
the
they
silence
scream, they
zone.
can't. Yeah, they
hear
can't.
anything.
They're not gonna.
So even if the
Right.
guy's
the,
over,
the dog kennel guy might scream.
That's why you're taking
But
him
sound.
out.
But
at the
okay,
same
so then
time.
what about the sound? Any sound created? That was what was just
Yeah.
said. So any sound created, they
Right.
can't.
That's only on the rooftop bow
No.
person, not on the person by the kennels.
I thought it was going to be for the whole bunker.
it basically will hit most of the bunker.
Okay.
But just the bunk room and not the kennels.
Yeah, but that's better because then we can't have the other 6 of them, 7 of them storm out.
Right.
While we take care of the
and
small
once we
ones.
take care of these ones outside, we can do our bottleneck
Yeah.
in the room. For the guy outside, my highest damage output is bow, but I obviously can't do that if I'm gonna silence him first, with like a gag or something.
Mhm.
So I'm probably just gonna gag him and try and shank him from behind.
Sounds good.
We could send Anthea with you too to back up.
Sure. She's in heavy armor though, isn't she? No, you're in
No.
heavy armor.
I'm in heavy armor.
What's your dex, Anthea?
My
Uh-huh.
dex, plus 2.
Do you have proficiency in stealth?
No, I'm not proficient at it. I
Okay,
have plus 2
you
stealth.
should. Oh, you should guide yourself then.
I think no. I think she should hang back. She's going to be ranged anyway.
That's fair, but we don't want to leave her up by the 2 Capitars in front, unless she wants to get in
No,
behind them
I
if they
think
get
we're all
notified.
going to have to go back towards the other end because we're
That's
we're
fair.
trying
That's
to
fair. That's
avoid
fair.
these guys if we can until the very
Okay,
end.
so
I think I'm going to
let's
need
get
some
this moving.
guidance.
We've been strategizing
You're gonna
long
need some
enough.
guidance. I mean, I assume.
Guidance only lasts for a minute.
All right. How about
if you're hanging back though, you
Anthea-
can guide me.
Anthea and I will head over to the area that's going to be silenced. We'll hang out there. As soon as she's silenced, she'll guide me, and I'll take care of the guy on the roof.
I can't guide you
Why not?
because guidance is concentration.
And so is silence.
So you mean Kaisea?
Did I say Anthea?
You said Anthea.
I did say Anthea. I meant to say Kaisa.
Okay.
That's all right. I think it'd be better if you're over there anyway because we're in heavy armor
Mm-hmm.
and you're going to be silencing the area. And then you guys can.
As soon as I see you get on the roof, I will try and take out Kennel Guy.
Right, exactly.
I'm not in my element
And-
with a sword, but I'll do my best.
Right.
So am I staying back?
I think you should hang out with Aramnos because you also have area of effect, and if the dogs wake up, we're going to need all the area of effect
We can handle.
we can
Okay.
handle.
If they wake up,
Exactly.
I'm just gonna put
I'm gonna just
the
make.
thorns in the kennel.
Ooh,
That's a good idea.
How many?
I get 2 charges of the thorns.
These are
It's a
2
new
spell
day.
slots.
if shit goes to hell, I'm making the hand
have
pop
spell
out of the
points.
ground again.
Since when have I
Okay.
had spell points?
This whole time.
What are you talking about?
I have not been using spell points this entire time.
Bruh.
I don't even know how spell points work, dude.
Okay,
Huh.
we'll fix that between episodes then. Because
You are
you
much
should have
more
been using spell
powerful.
points the whole time.
I was not told this. at
I
all.
definitely remember telling you at creation
I've definitely
several times.
been
I've never
referencing
heard
how many
this.
spell slots I have this whole game.
Oh no!
Yeah, no, you should be on.
Oh no, he's right.
Hey, you get to be much more powerful.
Yeah, I've definitely been referencing.
I thought
slots
you
this
were just-
entire time.
No, because I remember I told you about how many spell points you have, and you're like, I have 3 spell slots, and I only have first level spells, which means you have 6 spell points, and each one takes 2, so it's functioning the same as slots, but now they have multiple levels of spells. It's different.
Oh right, and I
Right.
when you mentioned it to me, I was like, I only have first level spells. I'm gonna be like that for a while. So there's no mixing and matching of points. There's no point in me
Right.
memorizing
so
my
that's probably
points for now. And then when I suddenly can understand, and I do now understand points, now that I have more slots, now got it. Okay.
Okay, so what's the plan here?
I think the plan is Kaisei is going to ritual cast silence on the bunker.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to head over behind there. As soon as it's done, she's done ritual casting that, I'm going to climb up, take care of the guy on the roof. At the same time, Erimnos and maybe Anthea if you have to.
Okay.
We're going to try to silently take care of the Capitar. Hopefully we don't wake up the wargs. Or
They're not called wargs, but you get the idea.
Now I can't stop saying it.
The Ergen.
And yes, the other 2 that are towards the front of the village, we're going to hope we don't make enough noise from the notice to turn around. And if a fight does break out with the wargs, we will, Kaisei and I will probably jump in and help with that, and hopefully keep silence up on the dorm so it doesn't wake all those people up.
Great.
We'll take care of that. And then we're going to go, I think I'm just going to stand in the doorway and try to bottleneck them all, and you guys can try to
And
shoot
I can
around
put
me.
my thorns in the building so they can't leave without
Exactly.
hurting
If there's a
themselves.
chance that they could turn around, do you want me to stay up in this area, kind of hidden? I can come towards the B building, so I'm closer to them.
You, Sarah, if those 2 guards in front start to notice things, ice knife at the highest level
Okay,
you
that's
can.
why. Okay, so then I'll stay over in this area. I'll be
I
like
don't want to tell you what to do, but this is
about
what I would
this
do.
area.
I
but-
think you should hang out with Erimnos just in case.
Yeah.
Yes, I think you should head out with him.
I don't want to have to 4v1 these
Don't
dogs.
want to be caught alone.
And you'll have the range to still hit that pair of guards
Right.
with
Yeah.
the
You,
ice
have,
knife.
you have range.
I'm gonna focus on the kennel guard.
Okay.
You keep your
And
eyes
the
peeled on
moment-
the front
okay.
guards, but if I get in trouble, I need backup.
And hopefully, if everything goes well, if we take care of the Capitars and everything else, we can peel some shingles off the roof of the bunker, and you guys can just throw in spells and arrows from there.
I have
Great.
a question.
I have an answer.
You guys always say that you are gonna ready a spell or something, or
Mhm.
ready a thing. Can I do that if they're gonna maybe turn around? Is that how
Mhm.
that works?
Mhm.
Readying.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like I can have ice knife ready for when that happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's the exact way that reading in action works.
Yay!
Mhm.
So
Yay.
the key thing is you just have to declare it beforehand,
We're
Okay.
all learning.
and then if that action doesn't trigger, then you've essentially, when it comes back around to your turn, you don't get a turn in between that. You know what I mean?
And
so
readying
it's-
an action doesn't fizzle the spell, right? Something else that
No.
fizzles the spell.
No.
What do you mean?
It's not like you're preparing, you haven't cast it, right?
Yeah, you don't cast it and then have to hold on to that concentration until that happens.
Right.
Yeah.
That there was something else that made you do that.
That's a special spell.
Yeah, I think that's
or
a
ability or something.
specialty.
Okay, I
thing.
think you ruled holding a spell like that in the past, and that's why I'm confused. But okay, cool.
I do remember something like that, but I don't remember. What
Yeah, I
that
don't.
was.
I don't think you're going to mind.
Good to know that it won't.
It might
fizzle
be.
this
It
time.
might have been a situational thing.
Great.
Yeah. Would it require a stealth check for me to move right here where I just move my token?
It's going to require stealth checks for
Let's try to make it a little
all
more
of you.
audio friendly to try to.
I'm gonna guide myself.
Okay. So
Oh wait, no, I can't.
I can go ahead and say because it took you guys long to strategize.
Yeah.
I'm fine with you guys saying you start casting your ritual after you guys get into position.
Okay.
Okay.
Which, if that is the case, then I'm going to need stealth checks from everybody for this.
I have advantage. Yes.
Erimnos, yes, you have advantage.
Do Nick and I have disadvantage?
what
I have
needed.
disadvantage.
Unless you guys are doffing your armor,
I
in which case then you would have normal advantage
Feel like it's normal. It's nothing. It's
or
neutral.
normal. Roll.
I feel like it might be worth it to doff our armor.
Yeah.
say-
I mean, we could put
You're-
it back
are you-
on
I,
for the.
I'm not thinking of heading behind this building, like the building at the front of the village. I want to head all the way around to circle the entire thing to get to the bunker.
Yeah. Because I can hit silence from where I am right now on the map.
I
behind
don't
that
think that's a
building.
good idea because if he if that guy's awake and he saw all sound goes out, he's gonna be weirded out. So as soon as
Can I give?
you hit silence, I need to be up there. So I think you and I need to head all the way to the end over here.
There.
Yeah,
That's
you
a
want my
lot
mage
of
armor?
movement.
we're not in initiative yet. We're just kind of walking.
You also can like. I don't think you have to be stationary to ritual cast something.
Fellas.
Do you want my mage armor?
I would like your mage armor because without my armor, I'm 11 AC.
I just don't
Okay.
want to use all your.
She's got like 30
I
points.
I
You
am mighty.
Okay, all right. She's mighty. Yes, I'll take off her armor and use mage armor for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is
Remind me
that?
exactly what that does.
So, I'll be happy to tell you. Okay, so I just gotta bop one of y'all with my magic force, and the target's AC becomes 13 plus its dexterity modifier.
For me, it's 13.
14 for me. Okay.
There you go.
All
There we
right.
go.
Well, it's better than the.
So you
10
three
eleven.
are Kaisea, Anthea, and Vesuvius are mage armored up thanks to Anthea, and Aramnos is still in his leather armor. What do you
Yes,
got?
sir.
What's it mean when it says
Uh,
target Dawn's armor? Does that mean
Get you
just
some
puts it back
stud.
on, or what's
Yeah,
that mean?
that's putting armor back on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys go to enact your plan. Everybody gives me stealth checks.
Okay.
Okey-dokey. I already rolled.
I already did
I
that.
want
Yeah.
to put my armor in my backpack, just
Yeah,
like
that's
so
fine.
it's with
Who has the
Yeah.
worst decks? I think it's me and
You.
It's me and you.
me. I have +1, you have +0.
I
Could you
plus
guide
2.
me?
Always.
Thank you.
A boop part 2.
Thank you. All right.
Don't
I got a
fail me
24 on
now.
stealth.
Okay.
That's cocked.
24 on stealth.
19 plus 5.
Oh.
Come on,
I'm
baby.
glad I had advantage because my other die was in that one.
I need.
I forgot I
stealth.
needed
Hold
to
on, guys.
add
This
things
is
to
This
it.
is a very important roll. Stealth is
Sexy
important.
die.
Sexy die is coming
Sexy
out.
dice.
19
Let's
plus
go.
1, 20. Dirty
I got
20.
22. Dirty 22.
Dirty 20.
What'd you get, Jessica?
14.
Oh no!
That's
Okay.
not bad. That's not terrible.
So you guys get into position. Go ahead and move yourselves on the map.
I am slipping in behind the kennels. I'm stopping about 10 to 15
And
feet
for
behind.
the order of the surprise round, everybody go ahead and roll me initiative. And the way this is going to work is I know you guys are going to we'll go through and we'll ready actions and all that sort of jazz. Okay, Aram knows what you get.
16.
16. Vesuvius.
4.
All right, Anthea.
19.
19 for
Woo.
Anthea.
I don't know why I couldn't find anything there. I was just like,
Oh, also, we have all our fate tokens for this. Let's definitely
Yeah,
spend
that's
those.
true. That's
oh,
quick.
yeah. See,
And Kaisea, what'd you get?
14.
14. Okay.
Woohoo.
And we will go ahead and do the surprise round next week.
Oh.
Wait, no!
I saw that coming from a mile and a half away.
Yeah.
Next week.
Woo!
Thank you for listening. Our cast this season consists of Scott Graves as our game master, Sarah Heaton as the sorcerer Anthea, Nick Meyer as the Illrigger Vesuvius, Justice Milhan as the ranger Aramnos, and Jessica Simons as the cleric Kaisea. The Epikast is produced and edited by Scott and Nick, and our intro outer music is recorded and produced by the wonderful Wilson Moyer. You can find the amazing background audio used during the game at tabletopaudio.com. If you like the show and want to support us, spread the word to your friends and on social media at Gravestone Crew on Twitter and Instagram. If you really like what you hear and want to support the show, you can support us with drinks at buymeacoffee.com/gravestonecrew. We got a donation button over there, as well as memberships, which will grant you special end-of-season bonuses like stickers and GM notes. Once again, thank you for listening, and be sure to check out our other shows, The Kestrel Files and The Shadows over California. You can find more about those on our website, gravestoneproductions.com.